What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven. You guys are watching the Fowler Airgun channel. Got some 82 grain Grizzly slugs here. These are 357 9mm platform here. This is my Snowpeak M60B. It favors the Umarex Zelos. They're all kind of the same platform here. Sort of the knockoff like FX type stuff. I don't know who really got this platform first. All I know is that I have this platform in 357 with the Snowpeak, and I'm here to explain to you that so I made a little post earlier today about my patented magnetic repulsion airgun valve technology I put into this. I'll show you that I was before shooting a 82 grain, or maybe it was an 81 grain pellet at I think it was 850 feet per second, right around that area, maybe I think up to 860 feet per second. I haven't really got a chance to shoot but one slug over the chronograph. That's just to verify that this thing is kicking and doing like it's supposed to be doing. But I feel like we got ourselves a little bit of a tune on here. It's for power, so 250 bar max fill here. Okay, this is unregulated, so it is a non-regulated version of this gun. I'm gonna go ahead and load this up here. Got an empty magazine with some of these big old Grizzly slugs here. And I'm just using the Grizzly slugs because I have them to waste. You know, it's better than shooting some of the more accurate ammunition that I have for the 357. This platform specifically really likes the hybrid slugs. I mean, it shoots them very accurate. I've made some groups in some previous videos shooting all the way out to 85 yards and making like, I think it was just over an inch group, maybe like an inch and a quarter or something like that. So very, very good for groups out at 85 yards with those slugs. But we have now since then tuned this thing up here with the magnetic repulsion airgun valve. Okay, got the chronograph set up right here. I'm going to go ahead and set this down, pointed in a safe direction here. Safety's on. I'm going to go ahead and move this around so you can see. Get the chronograph turned on here. Just check and make sure we're seeing everything. Alright, so I'm not going to be shooting any groups or anything, but we are going to shoot some chronograph numbers here over the chronograph out there and just see what kind of velocities we can get out of this thing. Like I said, I have it tuned for power, so I don't know how many shots we're going to get, but I'm going to attempt to try to shoot the silhouette out there at 40 yards. Let's see what we get. Oh, gotta take the safety off of that thing. 827 feet per second. 832 feet per second. 837 feet per second. 833 feet per second. 827 feet per second. 823 feet per second. 814 feet per second. 809 feet per second. 808 feet per second. 804 feet per second. 798 feet per second. 791 feet per second to finish off. Now, I know these velocities are a little bit lower than what I said, you know, they were with the spring, with the traditional spring in there, the compression spring, but I also have not done any tuning with this. Is with the hammer maxed all the way out, so that doesn't necessarily mean that that's giving us the best velocities. I'm going to back this thing out a little bit and then air it back up, and check that out too. That's actually a really good use of air. So we shot that entire magazine. I believe that's a 14 shot magazine, and we went from 250 bar to right about 200 bar. So a super good use of air there. So that tells me that what I can really do here is I can back that thing off on that hammer there, and let's see what it does. Let me top it back off here real quick. I'm gonna back this thing out just a little bit. We'll reload our magazine. Still some really spicy velocities there, but let's see what this thing can do. Alright guys, so here's what I've done. Top this back off, 250 bar, same projectile here, and what I did was I backed this thing out about, I think it was 2 1/4 full rotations on this thing, so I figured that would back it off a little bit more. Let's see what happens now here. Wow, that's much better. 862 feet per second. 869, that's beautiful. 888, that's the sweet spot. 887, unregulated, doing good here. 882. 878. Wow, 874. 858, that's a funky drop there. 868. 856. 847. 839. That's 839 to finish off there. Still really spicy velocities there, guys. Really spicy. And that took us, look, that actually just used pretty much the same amount of air, maybe a tad bit less. We're still right there at 200 bar. It almost, well, I don't want the velocity to drop any more than that, because that's quite a big spread there. But you know, to get one usable magazine out of there and velocities up to 880 feet per second with an 82 grain slug, that's a lot of power coming out of this thing. So that's just what I want to show you guys. And this is with the magnetic repulsion valve that I've created here. So this isn't traditional spring valve in here anymore. So you know, I would say that it helps it perform better. If anything, it helps it perform likewise. I did get higher velocities. I haven't seen the 888 out of this, so that's a high velocity there. But I'm going to do a little bit more tuning with this, get this thing really dialed into the sweet spot, and get some more videos pumped out for you. We'll get some accuracy and you know, some more chronograph numbers, of course, for you all. But I just want to come out here and show you what I'm working on. So yeah, big bore 357 here, shooting these 82 grain Grizzly slugs, and you know, 888 feet per second. That's really respectable. This is a platform that I would use shooting coyotes and stuff. So it's really lightweight, and it's very well balanced. I really like the platform a lot, especially, you know, I've stuck red dot on top of here, and this is just perfect with the red dot. You know, again, like I said, I can shoot out 85 yards and make a sweet group. I imagine with these numbers, I may even try to back it down a little bit more and see if I can get a little bit less air consumption and a little bit more consistent with those velocities there. If I can do that, I think this thing is going to make a really nice group out 85 yards. So we'll get to do some longer range accuracy testing, maybe stretch it to 100 yards just to see how it does. Usually if something I shoot at 85 yards out here on the range, it does well out here, and it's actually 87 technically. If I shoot at 87 yards and it's making a good group, you know, out to 100 yards, the group isn't really going to spread much more. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. I'm still over here tinkering with these things, having a lot of fun with some big bore power here. I just wanted to drop my magnetic repulsion valve technology in here because yeah, why not, right? You know, it's just getting rid of the old traditional compression springs and just adding my own very special touch to it. Just makes it extra fancy for me anyways. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more from it, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.